Hey guys, today we're going to be taking a special look behind the scenes at my music video and song, Awful Waffle. Let's go.
Let me make sure it's recording.
So Awful Waffle was inspired by one of my favorite TV shows when I was a kid. It was on Nickelodeon all the time, and it's a show called Salute Your Shorts. It took place at a fictional summer camp called Camp Anawana, and these teenage campers would get into all these crazy, funny situations. Seen here in the very first episode is the infamous Awful Waffle. So what's happening is the two bullies of the show, they wind up taking this kid, throwing him onto the lunch table because they think that he stole someone's glasses. And then the entire cafeteria erupts and everyone's going, Awful Waffle, Awful Waffle. The funny thing is, you actually never see it happen, and you never find out what this Awful Waffle is. You see them take out some syrup, hear them talk about a tennis racket, but you never see what the Awful Waffle is. It's just like shrouded in mystery. What I wanted to do is I wanted to have the first on-camera Awful Waffle with my guitar, nonetheless. I wanted to make sure that the viewers knew that there was actually maple syrup being poured all over my hands and all over my guitar. So when I looked for the maple syrup container, I wanted to have that little loop handle. The only one that I could find at the local store here, it happened to be a Vermont organic maple syrup. So I wound up paying probably double for it, but I got the container, and that's what it is. It actually is organic maple syrup.
Like, look how gooey my hand is.
Instead of using a modern tennis racket, I wanted to use like an old vintage one to kind of match the retro and vintage look of my album artwork. So I looked at various online marketplaces, I went to some antique shops, and I found this older lady who sold me this. It's a Imperial tennis racket. It has some dust on it. I guess I should dust it off and, go use it. But yeah, this used to be hers as a vintage racket. I thought it was perfect. It was great. I wanted to make the person giving the Awful Waffle kind of mysterious, a Michael Myers type character. So I had my wife wear these gardening gloves, which I thought was perfect because when I could film B-roll after the fact, then I could wear them and film. Those are the three main props in this video. The guitar that takes the spotlight is my red Fender Jaguar. The riff to Awful Waffle, that main riff with the tapping line, that was one of the first things that I ever played on that guitar. Originally the entire riff and the entire song was in D standard, but then I thought of the repercussions if I play that live. I would need to have a guitar tuned differently. So I decided to play it in drop D. It's one of my favorite riffs I ever wrote. It's just straight up fun. I just wanted to have fun with the song. It's about a fun topic, and it's a fun riff to play. Next on deck is my Warwick 4-string bass. It's made from Germany, and yes, you guys maybe have figured it out, that is me playing the bass. I played bass on the entire new album. And for the jazzy breakdown, I got to use my Epiphone Dot, which I don't use too often. It's a hollow body guitar, it gets a really fat tone, and I chose a cool wardrobe to match.
Okay, day 2 filming videos. It's almost midnight, late at my place. As you can see, I'm looking pretty dapper here.
That's the part where we're kind of playing in a waffle. I got something out of storage for you. So to keep this project in that DIY spirit, which basically the whole album has, I wanted to try to film as much as I can and do as much as I can myself, but I had to enlist someone to actually pour syrup all over me, so I asked my lovely wife, and she thought the idea was crazy and funny enough, so she said yes. We were wondering how to film the actual Awful Waffle scene, and we came up with this idea to do it in the first person. It would be more intense and more in the action. So we mounted a GoPro camera on my wife's head, and she filmed the whole thing with the syrup, you know, in one hand and the tennis racket in the other.
Kids are sleeping.
Okay. We filmed on an incredibly cold day in December. It was December 10th, 2022. You know, I didn't want to wear a winter jacket, so I wore my sweatshirt, and here I am getting syrup poured all over my hands, and it's very cold. It was pretty brutal, actually, I gotta be honest.
Okay. It's good enough. Let's start dumping syrup on me.
Okay, all right, so tell me exactly how you want this.
Okay. So exactly how I want it. Let me open it. I don't even know what kind of consistency it's gonna be.
It looks pretty watery, to be honest.
That's why I brought out the log cabin-y one.
Okay.
So I think maybe just like a take or two of just like a little bit on my hands while I'm playing.
Okay.
I don't even know what it's gonna be like.
So you want me to pour it through this, like, slowly? It has to be through this, right? Correct?
Maybe do a little bit of both.
And I'm sure a lot of you are wondering what the syrup was like. So I would get on my hands and it would just instantly freeze my hands. So I'm playing this guitar. The guitar has a little bit of rust on it from playing it underwater. I'm playing it with syrup all over my hands. It's cold. You know, I'm not able to execute the lick as best as I would like. I'm not warmed up because I'm literally freezing with syrup all over me.
I think we got it. I think this is good.
And then yeah, the syrup was extremely sticky. So I have all syrup all over my hands. You can only really do one take, right? There's only a finite amount of syrup. So you just do that shot once and hope you get something good. In the DIY spirits, it gets really tiring. You have to move cameras around, you have to move lighting around. Things are running out of batteries. I had this incident happen with my Jaguar.
The input jack died on me right as I was about to film. So I had to run upstairs. I had to open it up and solder it in order to get filming here. And you know, I had a very limited time, only 2 hours to shoot, which, you know, I mean, sounds like a lot of time, but I mean, really not a lot of time. Anyway, I'm just speaking a lot because I'm very tired.
So the worst part of any project is the cleanup, and obviously this speaks for itself. It was a little messy.
I don't know how your fingers are, like, functioning right now. What do you think?
Touch it. My hands are just so gooey. All right, we just filmed the awful waffle scene of me getting syrup poured all over me. I just cleaned myself up, but now I gotta clean my guitar up, and it's like 30 degrees out here. And here we go. Here's the scene of the crime.
Sunset, I have syrup all over my hands, there's syrup all over my guitar. We gotta clean up. So I wind up taking my guitar to a garden hose and just completely drenching it with water. So I went through all my footage and I couldn't find any footage of me filming the washing off the syrup off the guitar. Basically, this is what it was like. That was the best idea that I came up with. I was like, okay, this guitar has been underwater before. Let me just wash it off with the hose. I mean, it can't damage anything further. She'll be all right, right? I mean, she's been through so much. All right, I have a special treat for you guys. I got something out of storage for you. Let's see what condition she's in. And the grand reveal. What guitar? What guitar is this? It is a Yamaha. The infamous Yamaha. Here she is. And she doesn't have any more syrup, but man, look how rusty that is. Oh man. I mean, I'm not going to attempt to tune it anything different than that. I mean, there's only one thing we got to do here to end the video, right? We got to plug her in. Let's see. If I get shocked, if I die right now, it will be on camera. Here we go. Let's see what happens. Oh, it's making a noise. What do you think? Is it going to work? Oh! We got something. We got something. So this guitar has been underwater. This guitar has been underwater for hours. This guitar has been left outside. This guitar had syrup all over it, inside the electronics, all over the fretboard. Then I hosed it off with water. It stayed outside until it dried off, and it still works. And it works pretty good. I mean, all considered, I'm able to play a riff on it. That's insane. I can't believe that. That is so cool. Here's a few things I just realized about it. First off, the switch is completely stuck. Like, not like gooey stuck, like rusted stuck. It's not budging. Well, I guess there's like some syrup drips on it. Let me see what the neck angle is like here. The neck actually isn't so bad. You know, it has a slight bow. I know the nut's bad. I know, yeah, you could see that. The nut is just, that's crazy. But yeah, overall, it plays. The fact that it plays after all that abuse is incredible. Now doing a behind the scenes, like I feel like the creative circle of this whole process is coming to an end. But man, this is one of the most fun songs that I have ever made or worked on. One of the greatest affirming things for me is after the video was done, I sent it to some of the cast of Salute Your Shorts. And they not only watched it, but wound up liking it and sending me some nice messages, which I thought was just really cool. To see people on TV that you consider your friends, you make a song all these years later, the power of the internet now, they're able to check it out. And they liked it, you know, I thought that was kind of cool. They could have hated it. They could be like, oh, what is this? Make an awful waffle. So I guess it wasn't that awful. Anyway, be good guys. I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Hope you enjoy.
You're not doing it. What? Could you do me a favor? Can you press the stop button on this?
Which one's the stop button? The top?
The circle. No, the circle. I can't touch it.
Well, does it look like a camera? This one?
Yeah.